Hey everyone, welcome back to Homestead Corner. I'm Jenny, and today I have got a winter stock up haul for my prepper pantry. So every year, close to fall, we try to go through all of our preps and make sure we have what we need for the winter. All those different things that we want in the pantry. So I gave myself $100 budget and I stayed under that. I spent $90.60 on this haul, but I planned on $100, but there was a couple things that they just didn't have them, so I wasn't able to get them. I'll have to look somewhere else. So I just thought I would get the things that I needed, and I like to keep my pantry full. This isn't a really gigantic haul because I try to keep my pantry as full as possible, and I try not to let it get too far behind. But there were some things that we've been digging into that I just want to get restocked. Make sure we have it for the winter. We have a lot of power outages. There are all kinds of problems with the grid. We want to make sure we have what we need so if we're not able to get to it. Once winter strikes, the weather is so unpredictable here. We may not be able to go out for days, which I'm usually quite okay with. It's nice to just stay home and enjoy quiet peacefulness. So we're going to jump in, and these are the things I got for my winter stock up, and I will show you what we got. So the first thing we grabbed is the bean soup. These are such a delicious meal. These are 20 ounces, so they're a little over a pound. They're almost $3 a bag. And I picked up 4 of these just to make sure that we have plenty. Where's that other one? It's hiding in there. We want to make sure we have plenty, and we love bean soup. You can put any kind of meat in it. It suggests ham, but sausage, the big brats are very delicious in there. Kielbasa's good in there, beef, anything you want really. Any kind of leftover meat in the fridge is great. You can just toss it in, have a big ham dinner, save that bone, chuck it in there. It really makes it delicious. So we love bean soup, and that's one of the things we keep a good stock of in our pantry. The next thing I got is 4 of these 12-ounce packages. They're no longer in pound boxes at Walmart either. And so we got 4 12-ounce packages of the jumbo shells. We like to do stuffed shells with these. It's a pretty affordable meal, and the kids really like it for something different. And so we make those quite often. And we do a lot more cooking in the oven in the winter time and fall than we do in the summer because it's just too stinking hot. If I can get away with no cooking, I do. And then I found these on the clearance shelf. So they were 55 cents a piece. Grits were not on my list, but for 55 cents a piece, I snagged up what they had, definitely. So I did get 4 containers of the quick grits. These are wonderful because you can make them sweet, you can make them savory, you can mix them up a bunch of different ways. They are wonderful to have on the shelf and a great belly filler. So we definitely like those. And then I also added, these are 42-ounce cans of oatmeal, the old-fashioned oats. I like to keep those in the house. We do keep some quick oats as well, but we have plenty of those in stock. But I use the old-fashioned oats for all kinds of stuff, lots of granola and things like that. So we like to keep a good supply of that as well. And then I have, just because we do so much more baking in the wintertime, we want to make sure we've got some extra stuff. I grabbed some Reese's peanut butter chips. My kids love these, just a handful, thrown in some brownies, something like that. You could put them in cookies or anything. And then we got the big bag of semi-sweet chocolate morsels because, you know, they're delicious. And we use these in energy bites, all sorts of stuff, granola bars, cookies, muffins, everything, you know, anything you use chocolate chips for. Sometimes just grab a few right out of the bag. And then an extra bottle of olive oil. I love to cook with olive oil, and we use it for skincare products, all sorts of stuff. So making sure that we have plenty of oil on the shelf for whatever we need it for. And then, let's see, I got 4 cans of the jellied cranberry sauce. I love it with chicken, so we eat it quite often, and I had a spot for about 4 cans in the pantry, so we grabbed those up. And then bacon bits, we love to add these into crock pot meals. These are great to add to scrambled eggs, anything like that. When you don't have bacon fried up and in the fridge ready to go for recipes, these work out really lovely. You can put it in all sorts of stuff. You can sprinkle it on your salads, or we use it to cook right into our meals to add that bacon. And I always get the real bacon ones. We really like them, and they're only $1.70 a bag, which is really, really cheap. And then an extra gallon of vinegar. You can't have too much vinegar, and it is going to be just fine on the shelf. We keep tons of vinegar because you can use it for so many things. You're cleaning, pickling, all sorts of stuff, cooking, making vinaigrettes, tons of different things. So having plenty is very important. And then we're down to the last bag. All right, and then I grabbed 10 pounds of the unbleached all-purpose flour, because we do cook way more in the winter time. So I want to make sure that we have that. So I got 2 5-pound bags. This is the only size our store carries for the unbleached flour, except you can get bigger ones of the King Arthur, but it's really expensive. And I don't buy bread flour because you can make self-rising flour yourself with ingredients you already have in the house, which is awesome. And then I also added 4 propane tanks, just to make sure for our camp stove, if we have to bring it in and cook in the house. At our cabin, we also use it in the little Dynaglow heater that we have. So that is helpful as well. You want to make sure you have all of those supplies that you're going to need in the winter. It's hot and summertime right now, but fall is going to be here before we know it, and then winter and all that crazy weather just will start coming, and we want to make sure we're prepared. Starting now will have us ready by the time it gets here. And that's it for my stock up haul. It really isn't gigantic. Some of the things are more pricey. Olive oil definitely is not cheap. We all know that. The cans of gas are pretty pricey. I mean, those couple of things are a third of this price-wise. But making sure we have all those things that we like to have in our pantry. We want to have them before the weather gets bad, before we can't find them. There were a few things that I had on my list that I could not get at Walmart. So I'm hoping when we go down to BJ's in a couple of weeks, we'll be able to find something there to make sure we have what we need. But getting all that stuff in, when you see it, grab it. There are shortages, there are supply problems, and we need to make sure we've got what we need. And that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!